Hello there guys, welcome to the new video. Today we're talking about a really important theme in photography in my opinion, which is printing your photos. Is it still worth it in 2020? Absolutely, I think it is. On one side we have a really technical kind of view over why I think printing photos is still super important. And reason number two, kind of related to one, it's a really deeper view into why I think printing photos can make a difference with your business, whether it's a meaningful view or just a marketing view of photography. That's up to you. To me, it's kind of a bit of both. So reason number one, have you ever tried printing your photos nowadays? I don't think most people do anymore. I do it because I just love printing my photos. I love paintings and printed photos, especially if they're huge. I like to have them, hang around my office, room, whatever it is. But one of the other things I really like is also having a really cool portfolio on Instagram, which I think that's what most people do nowadays. We all want to have the perfect portfolio on Instagram. We always look for that one style that's going to be the one preset that we always use to have the most beautiful Instagram portfolio up there. And that totally makes sense. If you have the same style in each photo, that's like a signature, and it also becomes one style thing in your Instagram portfolio, and it's gonna look beautiful. Totally agree with it. Everybody does it. I do it. Everyone does, or at least everyone tries to do it, because everyone's style keeps on changing sometimes. But even though we may have the most beautiful style, we also need to make sure that the style we have can be consistent in all the aspects of photography. What I mean by this is the printing market. I think it's not the same anymore. There's not many people that buy prints anymore. I haven't bought many, ever. I do print my own photos sometimes, but spending $600 on a printed photo can be quite expensive nowadays. And especially since we're so connected to our phones, and we all the time, we're always on social media looking at them, so we don't think about prints anymore that much. It's more of a personal, really personal preference that some people like to have around. I'm super into it. Many people hate it, so I totally understand that. But it's not just about us, it's also about possible customers. One thing we need to make sure is that, a photo may look perfect on the iPhone and on Instagram because of that compression, the 4x8 square, whatever it is. But it may look awful on printed photos. That's what happened to me at the beginning. I used to, take photos and just, download on the computer, iPhone, and it looked awesome. And I just spent a long time trying to look at them in different ways, and then I tried to print them for the first time. And once I printed them, I just looked at the print, looked at the photo, print photo. They were so different from each other, and I couldn't understand why. So I realized that the editing I used to do on my photos for Instagram specifically wasn't good at all for printed photos. It was missing so much clarity. The sharpness wasn't there. The grain of photos looked awful on my prints. And overall, the skies were gone, the oranges were it was just awful. So I knew I needed to make a change on my editing style. I still needed to find my own style, something that I really liked, but I wanted it to be consistent, with all the aspects of photography. Not just because, I hated seeing the print, but what I thought was, what if someone one day likes one of my photos and they follow up with me and then they ask for a print? I need to make sure I can deliver the print in the same way they saw the photos on Instagram. And at that moment, I knew that if they were to ask me for a photo on my Instagram, I knew the print wouldn't even look close to that. It would just be awful. So I need to make some changes, and that's the technical view of why I think it's still important to print photos in 2020. Maybe even more now, because there's so many different ways of editing photos now. Some people are into green tones, some people are in orange tones, some people like to fade their photos a lot, some people crash the specs completely. There's so many different styles nowadays, and some people are really proud of the style. Some people have beautiful Instagram portfolios, but I know that some of those people out there, if they were to print some of those photos, they wouldn't even look close to what they had on Instagram. So you cannot print photos and expect to edit that style on the printed photos to be good on Instagram too. You need to, you know, develop a style, then print it out and adapt the Instagram style to the prints. That's at least what I think you should do, if that makes sense. The second reason why I think printing photos it's such a beautiful thing, it's not just taking photos, having, you know, sending them to clients, making sure your style is perfect, but it's about giving the gift of photography. You know, each one of us in our lives, when we receive a gift, when we are surprised by something, just the impact that, you know, the situations have, that makes such a huge difference. So if you have gone, or if you're going to go on, you know, some amazing trips with friends, family, whatever it is, or maybe you're going to have some really nice clients or whatever, make sure you get those banger shots, print them huge and send them out as a surprise. It is expensive, so I don't recommend doing it too much, but just send out a surprise, give the gift of photography to someone. Make sure people remember you for something you did different. Don't just post that photo on Instagram, tag those clients, whoever it is, and, you know, and be done with it. Make sure make sure they remember you because you've taken it a step further. You've printed that photo, you've printed it bigger than anyone else. You surprised them with it. Take that step further to make people remember you and admire you. And not just admire your photography, but inspire them to live more experiences like that, to make more memories, and maybe just be with you more. It's gonna help you make more friends, or maybe get close to someone. You need to go that extra mile if you want to show how dedicated you are to this. And the more dedicated you are, you know, the farther you can go with it. And obviously there's limits, but to me, printing photos, it's still one of the most important things to do with my photography, to keep me inspired, to inspire other people, grow my business, you know, develop a better audience, but just you know, feel good about it, have memories around me, you know, go to my bedroom and seeing prints all around that remember me about my trips and remember me about why I do this and why I take photos. So yeah, that's all for today's videos, guys. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, I'd really appreciate if you guys were to like and subscribe, you know the drill. But yeah, I hope you guys found this inspiring. I hope it maybe help you out. Maybe you're going to be inspired to, you know, print some of your photos now, and maybe that will make a change in your life. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.